Greetings from Bonnie, Scotland. What I've done today is I flew another route with my virtual airline, and one I've chosen the textbook aviators, so they get to they can write assignments for people to take. So in this one, I've decided to choose one that was close to home. So when I seen this, I thought this is perfect. So I assigned myself to it. So this is my wee pilot, because I've got my wee logo and everything added there. So I took this wee assignment, and it looks as though we've been tasked with transferring a 36-year-old female from Islay to Glasgow for emergency dialysis. Leaving from your base at Glasgow, which is EGPF, collect the patient from Islay, which is EGPI, and then return to base to meet the land ambulance. So this sounded absolutely perfect in my case, because it more or less not too far away from home. So yeah, so I really liked this one. So when I signed myself to it, I thought, right, okay, perfect. This is this part of the assignment, so it looks as though you're taking them from Glasgow and you're just arriving there to Islay. So that's the only route that I've done. I never made the return journey. So what I've done is I created myself a wee sim brief plan just from this, and popped that into Navigraph, which was coming from Glasgow to Islay. Done it that way. So this is what I had from Navigraph, which looked okay. So I was using this transition here, coming round to Robo, and then what it done is had one straight from there straight into the airport. I thought, no, well, I'm not going to be able to land going straight in that way. So I picked myself a wee route to come down to here, and then go down there, and then hopefully that lands me straight in. And I'm still learning how to use the 530, because I did include the working title version of it, so I'm now looking at some videos to try and see if I can learn part of that. But I'll hopefully get there soon enough, not too far away. So before then, I loaded this into the world map. I think it picked up this bit okay, going round here, and then it went from there straight into Islay Airport. And because Islay Airport is kind of small, it doesn't have like ILSs it doesn't have ILSs or anything added to it. I couldn't get any way of the sim to put this in on the world map here. But what I maybe should have done now, re-looking back, is I could have put my navies on and typed in this wee waypoint here, and hopefully just custom my way in. But what I decided to do is from here, I think I sort of just picked a custom area, a custom bit here on the world map, and just plotted myself somewhere, because I knew the area was coming in that way. So I think I've got an extra wee waypoint on my video when you see me actually driving the route on the sim. I've just got a wee sim bit there, and then hopefully just guiding myself into that airport there. So because I can't figure out the 532 well at the moment, I couldn't select the approach, and I was having a wee bit of problems with that. See, look, it's a manual FAVIA, and so that's the only way you can do it. Because I'm still learning the 530 and the wee dot coming up on the avionics with that latest thing that everybody's been issuing, I was having problems actually activating any kind of approach into the sim. So I just use my wee method of just choosing my own custom waypoint, and I'll just guide myself into the airport, and hopefully that'll do. So it's as close to that as possible in the sim, but yeah, it does look good. So without further ado, here's how I got on. In a parking spot, because I'm trying to see if I can start doing this from cold and dark and learn the plane inside out. So hopefully I can get all this right. And what I'm going to start doing as well, because I wanted like the cover and everything on later on, so I'll just leave it this way just now. I'll take my co-pilot off, and we'll just start it from this bit at the moment. We'll see how we get on. Excuse me. So it's better with this window open because you can hear all the sounds. Look at that. Perfect. I like that. I love it. It's like being in the thing straight away. So hopefully everything's pushed in. That all looks good. And then I think what you do is you prime it a wee bit. So I'll give it a couple of pulls. Yep. And that all looks, hopefully all looks good. If I haven't missed anything, hopefully. Maybe not. As far as I can see, maybe I have. Just shout me out if I have. So let's start up the batteries and the avionics. Yep, and I think we can start the engine. Yay! It's like a car taking off. I love it. I love it. Right, let's put the beacon and the lights on then. And I'll just stick my taxi ones on at the moment, because I'll forget about them, I know I will. And then all we need to now do is get my Garmin's and everything up and running. Up and switched on. I think that's all set, and I've got ATC to kick in. Even though I've selected no co-pilot, but just for the interest of this.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee is cleared to Echo Golf Papa India Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
Me just checking that wee switch, hopefully it's up and running. I don't think there's much else I really need to do.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform
Just have a
Zulu
wee
Yankee cleared to Echo Golf Papa India Airport
I don't know.
as filed.
So we'll set this up
Takeoff
for the
runway
autopilot.
23 climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Departure on 119er decimal 875 squawk 2627.
And because I've just installed the working title one as well, I think this is the first time it's switched on, so I've just got to go through all this. Yeah, have a wee look at this because I've not investigated all the pages properly. So I'll just do what I know at the moment. It all looks good so far, and it doesn't look as though it's crashing the sim, which is yay! Fingers crossed we get away with it. I did have to take my scenery off ages ago for this airport, which I'm gutted about, but hopefully someday down the line we can get it re-added. So I think when I've tried to set this up, because I didn't work too well with Mavio and it switched off the last time, I think it told me to go to 238 in the course, so I'm just setting that just now, but whether that's right or wrong I don't know. So we'll just set that. Look, see there's that wee white dot coming up. Sure you, everybody else has had that as well. So let's get our taxi.
Glasgow ground Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee, with Mike ready to taxi IFR.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway Whiskey Cross runway 09er Charlie Alpha. Contact tower on 118 decimal 805 when ready.
And the lights and everything are on.
Taxiing hold short runway 23 using taxiway Whiskey Cross runway 09er Charlie Alpha Uniform Zulu Yankee.
And we're off. Let's go. So what, I kept my wee window open because I like the sounds. So I do. So I'm keeping that open now until we get to the runway at least. I need to start doing this all the time, I think, starting up from parking spots and learning it properly. Because it's much more fun than just taking off and heading. It's a brilliant way playing this. I don't know how many people have got it, but I'm really liking it so far. It's a cat playing. Then here, I don't know what made me think coming down here is going to be quicker. Because I thought I knew the airport, but I was about to change my mind until the taxiway came back. I thought, well, maybe I'm right. But see what you see in a wee minute or two. We actually travel right round the airport to get back to the runway again, so I should have taken that other way. but there's more practice again, come on. Let's just go round the airport. I'll practice with my pedals. Hearing the sounds of the plane, which... You'll see soon because we're actually travelling down the runway here, look. Oops. Oopsie daisy. I don't know if that runway's still in use actually, now I come to think it. I think that's one of the older ones. Not sure. Well, let's just go the long way around. Just so we all know bits of this airport as well. Remember if you've seen from a previous video, I think this was the wee runway that I came down before and ended up losing track of my pedals. I don't know so much, we'll soon see. I'm getting much better, as you can see the now. Taxiing's definitely no problem. It's taking off and landing, it still needs a bit of practice, but hopefully I'm getting there. And around we go, and we've got another big long taxiway to go, because I think when we come round this corner we actually see the runway in sight. Is it further up? Oh, it's further up. That is a pub above us, but we need to go right round the tower again and right round the parking spots. So, like I said, I showed you, we're going round the airport. At least you can get to see what it looks like if you've never been here. And it's much better with the scenery upgraded, but yeah. Listen to the sound, yeah. Good. Come on in. There we go. Maybe soon we can see the end of that runway we actually want. I did tell you it was a long taxiway, and it's due to my fault. It shouldn't have been as long as this. There we go, runway 23 in sight. Let's just get down there. It's great with that wee window open, isn't it? So it's like you're really there. Fantastic. Right, and I think we're coming up to the runway, so it's maybe time now to shut this window off. We can't fly with the window open, so
Glasgow Tower Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee ready for departure runway 23 IFR to Echo Golf Papa India.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform, Zulu Yankee altimeter 29.80, wind 282.
what a difference it makes when that window's shut. Right, let's get the taxi lights off, landing lights on.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Yep. And parking brake and everything back off again. Let's go. Okay, just make sure everything's set before we actually go. I think I try to set my heading bug at this point as well. Maybe? Do I? And there, yep, I do. And I think I have issues getting it there. I think what I do is I give up. Because what I wanted to sync it for the runway. So when I get myself in the air, I can keep it in hiding mode. Then transfer over, but nah, it wasn't to happen. So I just gave up. And I think with all that underway, let's go. Right, positive rate coming up by the looks of things. I'm sure. Yep, all looks good there. I think I stuck it on autopilot. Just a wee second. Yep, there we go. Autopilot configured. Nav mode on. And landing gear up.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, contact Scottish Center on 119.875. Good day.
119.875 Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Great wee day.
Scottish Center Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee is passing 900 feet, climbing 4,000 feet.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee, Scottish Center altimeter 29.80, continue to Zeaton as planned.
Yep, all looks good. I'm a bit late with that gear, but I keep on. I'll get there. Just not used to bringing up a gear in a wee Cessna. But I will land. Oh, there's me. Hello. Hi everybody. Me sitting in my wee cockpit, all alone. It's a cracking wee day out as well, by the looks of things. Yep, we're on the way. Everything's looking good. More than happy with all that. Travelling still at the right kind of speed going up. Looking good. flight plan. Heading to that first waypoint. Yeah, just clear that message out the road. Like I said, I'll learn all this properly. And that's me trying to switch the thing off. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, so everything's looking good. Dun, dun, dun. Do try and set this mixture as well, but I do have problems with the actual controls. I still need to learn how to actually see that wee line in the EGPI. What is it there? I'm still starting. We'll come back to that. I'll try and get rid of this since I've not got my co-pilot with me anyway. Hopefully I can see this lines working the way I want them to. I can get this to work. I just keep going into chase cam every so often because, see, like that, sometimes I do, if you go into chase cam and back, it seems to reset itself. I don't know how. It seems to help a wee bit. I would actually like it out just a wee bit further so I can see this wee gauge going up, but I can't see the biting point sometimes in this plane at the moment. I need to still learn how to do that. But it would help if I can actually pull out the control in the first place. So I'll configure it as the best I can.
Uniform Zulu Yankee climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Are you going to?
Uniform Zulu Yankee, you are 4 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway tree 1 approach.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway tree 1 approach. Uniform Zulu Yankee.
So what you're going to see is ATC will keep on babbling all the way through the flight to go up to 6,000. I did have my Navi plan from some briefing, all that set at 4,000. So I'm just sticking with the 4,000 height. I'm not going up any higher. There's no need because the weather seems to be looking okay. So we're just ignoring ATC every time that acknowledgement comes through. So apologies. You get annoyed with it coming through constantly, but I'm ignoring that. This is me trying to configure the plane a wee bit better again, if I can.
Yankee, please expedite your
That
climb
allows
6,000
me.
feet.
I do at some stage a wee bit further along the flight actually get it more or less spot on in my book. But it is down to some of the simpling up with that wee white dot at the moment. I may not actually be able to turn them because it's touch and go as I go into the sim at the moment, whether it works all the way through or it doesn't work all the way through. In this case, I was having a few issues. But
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000
that's the joys of everybody having this fun at the moment. A great wee day. Sunshine. Don't know what weather it's around at your parts at this time as you're watching it. Hope it's nice and sunny like us. It seemed to be not too bad around here. The time of flying. I was supposed to be uploading or flying this around lunchtime this day. I did set it up in SimBrief just to go ahead and fly it, but things came throughout the day and it ended up, it was closer to tea time before I actually flew. So
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
that's just the joys of life. I'll let you have a wee look at all the liveries and all the inside of this plane and see which one I actually like better. I kind of like the blue outside, but I'm probably prefer like the lighter shade of inside cockpit, so I'll have a wee peek around and see which one's going to be my favourite. But at the moment I'm flying this blue one because it looks reasonably quite nice for me. This is my other attempt again at trying to see if I can configure this a wee bit better.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
This time the control's working, but do I see that actual gauge moving? So I tried to push it in to see if I was getting the maximum. Oh, there we go. Right, pull too far. Right, so let's lean it in a wee bit better. I don't think I'm going to get much else out of that. That'll do. This is what I'll need to practice. And I'll be back to video watching again constantly, I think. Because there must be bits in that I've forgotten. So I'm going to have to replay some of them again. No fun doing that. And we all know who you are. Videos are getting played again. Maybe starting from the beginning just to make sure. I'll use this plane all the way through. Maybe I might be a good shout actually. Yeah. To be using my wee 152 or 172. Let's start with this and do all the videos all the way through. Okay. Here's an idea. That way I can learn this plane a bit better by actually following the procedures again. Yes, right, that's what I'm doing. Along with trying to work out this Garmin. Yeah, I've got a plan in action. I want to familiarise myself with my knowledge again. And maybe just try and check out my notes and things. I don't think I'm doing too bad. temperature outside. Just over 40 degrees. Not too bad. This is me just checking on my wee. I've got custom things set up, as you can see. So I just need to learn which numbers I've set up to where. So I think that's why I just have a wee play about, just to familiarise myself again. Because I set them up all differently for each plane that I use. Yeah, looking good. We're underway. So, just out of curiosity, how many of you would like to watch these wee journeys that I do with the airline in the sim? Would you want me to take you in each journey as I go through it, or just ad hoc journeys here, there and everywhere? Or what's what? I'll be looking to see, hopefully, see what happens in the comments, but I think maybe now and again, depending on how good the flight is, or how long the flight is, because obviously I don't want to record too long videos, but I'd love to know if you're interested in watching my flights, how I get on. Now to me this looks so I'm getting the best. Yep, I think this is looking good. Could maybe get a wee bit more out of it, but to me.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Can maybe just bring it back just a wee bit just to get it back into the green, but. Just get a wee bit more out of this engine, see if this is moving, see if I'm learning this right. Really see much of it moving. Could be me this sim, I don't know, but.
Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Yeah. Like I said, we're ignoring you. It's going to stay at 4,000 all the way over. It's not too long a journey, so. Well, it was a brilliant little assignment that came up today. Great. That's why I chose it. Scenery around this part is quite good. Yep. It's going slow here just so you can see who's around and see some of the scenery. I do like putting into chase cam quite often. Have a wee peek about. Sometimes go into a drone camera here as well. But that's when, because my plane's so small, sometimes I lose it. So I just tend, if I do go into drone camera, I'll tend to just stay beside the plane. I like this top down view better, so I can see over the bonnet, because I'm maybe a wee short fry.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please
I like to see
expedite
over
your
top
climb
of things.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, this is part of the boring flight bit again.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
This is where I feel as though we should add in something just to make it less boring, but you run out of things to say. There's an APU out there. Yep, it's looking good. I think what I do here as well is I have a wee peek out the other window. Yep. Well, it's not too bad. Normally we get rain round about these parts, so I'll take anything that's not raining. You do need to take wee ferries out to these islands as well. Wee mini islands.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Wonder how many actual islanders have actually got their own planes and just fly over. It'd be so often. Do this journey in live version. I reckon there's maybe quite a few. And don't make up the airport for nothing. So,
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
see what I mean about that being annoying? It's annoying me in the playback. But I'm not switching it off, and I'm not extending myself up any higher. I think we're looking good for the journey. Yep, this is where I use drone cam very well. I think. Yeah. I'll just peek round.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
I think I'll just fly around the plane again. See who's around. I do like to keep the background of people on, because see if you just switch all your multiplayer off and you're not even not in a group flight, it still gets kind of boring just flying yourself. So even when I'm flying myself, I'll just keep my other computers players on, just so I can have a wee peek, because you get some funny names when you look at them sometimes.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Yeah, so it's my drone cam, because I was trying to get inside, just at the window of the cockpit, but I couldn't get it to sing in. And with that wind and that coming up, I wanted to check on my plane. So I ended up just giving up. Just wanted to make sure everything in here was okay. I wasn't going to lose it. seems to be a message here. Oops, okay. Right, we'll do that. Maybe we've got it set wrong after all. Is it going to let me?
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
To chase cam, give it a wee reset. See if it helps. Yep, look, see. Got a wee bit of movement. Do it again. Any more movement? Come on. Come on. Let's just change view. Make sure the number's right. Oops, the message is away. Did I set it up right? I think I did. Maybe I did. No, but just back, it's on a wee tiny screen, so I can't actually see where I got to.
Uniform Zulu Yankee descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Yep. So let's maybe just get down to, we'll follow ATC the now, because like this bit is with the buttons. I don't want to leave it too late and I'm not even able to do anything, because look, you can see I'm having problems. Nope, I wanted it down to 500, just so I can fly myself at 1,000 feet or 2,000 feet. So just want the buttons to work. This is when you want one of the wee multi-panels. But no. Nope, come on.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, please expedite your descent.
There we go. Leave it like that, I'm not fighting anymore. Right, we'll go down to 2,000 now. Should reduce some of the power. Pushing them knobs and everything for coming down. That's probably a best bet.
Uniform Zulu Yankee Airport is at your 1 o'clock 11 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude. Report runway in sight.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Uniform Zulu Yankee. Uniform Zulu Yankee runway in sight.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, you are 10 miles east of Echo Golf Papa India. Turn right heading 265.
Turn right heading 265. Uniform Zulu Yankee. Echo Golf Papa India traffic Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee 10 miles east inbound visual runway tree 1. Echo Golf Papa India traffic Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee is on final runway tree 1 to land.
Right. I wish I could get my heading back to things round to 265. I'll just leave my wee custom point in and I'll just let Nav just take us round. If the buttons were working properly, I probably would have just skipped that and just went into heading mode. I just decided to leave Nav doing this thing because what I wanted to do here is see if I had that runway in sight. I think I do. Because I thought it was a wee bit further along and then I realised it's not, it's closer than what I think. Because it's a nice wee short runway. It's round about there, I think. Yep, so I think eventually just round about here I end up taking over manually. Gave myself in because I think we're still a wee bit out. Yeah. My head and back does let me come out a wee bit, does it? So annoying this, so it is. But I'll bear with it. Go. What I'm trying to do here is just come off a nav line a wee bit and just set myself up a wee bit better with the runway. Chase cam again just to reset things. See, sometimes it does seem to help. I'm just going to use a cheat. Just, there we go, yeah. This is where I do decide to just take over. And I'll keep the cheat map up because I want to be able to have myself at the right place. That looks like a head up there. So we're well away. Should have just stayed on my wee nav lane after all. Oops, let's get the landing gear down. Hopefully. I know I've got the flaps down a wee bit too soon on. I don't have any failures and things on them. Leaving that for a wee while until I get absolutely used to flying. Because when you see it in just a wee second, don't actually do too good a job coming in here. Yeah, we can see the runway, so we can just get rid of that map. Let's try and guide ourselves in. Just a little bit fast. I'm way offline. Whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoops, 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 whoops. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that's so great. Over there. Oh. Oh well. Like I said, I do need to get better at landing. I couldn't see where I taxied here, so I think I just ended up going up to the runway and then using a wee road. I'm sure I use a wee road. Yep. 1.53. 3. No bouncies, wasn't too bad. See, there we go. I'll just pick this. I know it's a road, don't worry. And because I don't really know the layout of the airport, what I decide to do, because what I want to do on the next start of this plane is have the covering on and start it up properly. So I think I just want to park it up. Hopefully try put everything on. And I'm not too sure if that's what happens when you switch it all off. Whether it remembers your previous closing down, I don't know. We'll soon see. I've not been in the sim since, but I'll park it here. What would have been handy is get my wee tent and everything out. But I'm supposed to be picking up somebody here, so yeah, we'll go through the procedure hopefully and try and shut it down if it lets me. Yep. I think this is a bit where I start switching things off. Yep. Switch lights off. If the sim lets me switch them off. Come on. Light off. Gonna let me. Try again. Yes, go. I think I just keep the nav lights on. Switch the avionics off. It's gonna let me. Yep, it did. And then make sure everything's pushed in. Yep. And what I'm trying to do here is slowly but surely try and shut off this engine. Come on. It doesn't let me pull it all the way out because of the problems. So I think there's a bit of going back to chase cam and back in again. Do we get it there? Yep. Sure, a little bit sure. Come on. Still running. Apologies if you can hear him do outside there. Come on. I'm sitting beside the window, so you might hear people outside. Yep, just making sure, going through all these different bits because I'm changing my views, hoping that will help. This is maybe good progress to show what it's like trying to work the sim stuff. Come on, come on, come on. You're nearly there. Come on. A bit further. I'm not giving up. Come on. You can do it. Further more. Keep going. Yay. Yep. Is that it? Is that it? Sounds like it. I'll take that. Yep, and it all looks all good. Things are all switched off. Probably doing this in the wrong order, but it's looking good. Switch off my battery, switch off my alternator, and then switch off the ignition. Then switch off ignition. Come on, I should do. Do I actually do it? Come on. Do I just sit and stare at it? I mean, hello? I do. Because I fix the fuel, I don't go back to the engine. Somebody could just start my engine up and take my plane away. Well, note to self, come on, I'm trying to switch it off. That's it, and then I think it wants it right back to the right. Yep. Okay. And then does that look okay? I think I put the cover on next. I do. Oh well, we're not switching the ignition off on this occasion, apparently. Yep. Is that everything all sorted? All packed up. Strange place to park, but hey, it is what it is. I've parked up, and I'm supposed to be taking my journey back to Glasgow, parking up there, but I did have to switch off the sim at this point, so I did what the assignment told me, from Glasgow to Islay. Have a good day.